Hello, my name is Michele. I'm at the Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine in the children's room, and I'm so happy you're joining me today for a read aloud. We're going to read The Runaway Rice Cake. This is an original Chinese New Year's tale written by Ying Chang Compestine, illustrated by Tungwai Chau, and published by Simon Schuster Books for Young Readers. The author Ying Chang Compestine has given us a dedication, and it says, "To China, the country that taught me about life, and to America, the country that taught me about happiness." It all happened one Chinese New Year's Eve. The Chang family was preparing for the celebration. Mama Chang lit the incense as Papa Chang and the three sons, Ming, Tsung, and Da, gathered around. Mama handed the incense to Ming, the oldest boy, and he offered it to the picture of the kitchen god. Da, the youngest, smeared honey on the kitchen god's lips so he would say good things about the Changs to the Emperor of Heaven. "Ask him for a big feast, Da. I'm so hungry," said Tsung, the middle boy. "No," said Da. "You shouldn't ask for things from the Emperor of Heaven. He decides who will be rewarded." Tsung shrugged, then helped Papa light the picture so it would fly up to heaven. Here's the family. Next, it was time to make the Nian Gao, the New Year's rice cake. Mama opened the flour jar. "We only have enough rice flour to make one Nian Gao this year," she said sadly. Last fall's drought had made food scarce for the Changs and their neighbors. "Well, I'm sure it will be your sweetest one yet," said Da. "I can't wait." The whole family pitched in to cook the rice cake. While it steamed, they took turns peeking to see if it was done. "The smell makes me so hungry," said Tsung. "I wish we could have a big feast before we eat the Nian Gao." "Me too," agreed Ming. "Ai yo," exclaimed Papa. "We're all hungry, but this Nian Gao is all we have." "Let's enjoy it," said Mama. "Perhaps it will bring us better luck for the new year." Better luck. Here they are, looking at the cake cooking. That must be the empty rice barrel. Finally, Mama took the rice cake out of the steamer. "Can we cut it up now?" Ming asked hungrily. "Yes," said Mama. But as she reached for a knife, something incredible happened. The rice cake came alive. It cried, "Ai yo, I don't think so," and popped out of the pan. It rolled past the stunned Chang family, out of the kitchen, and out of their tiny home. Here he goes. The Changs ran outside shouting, "Stop, you Nian Gao!" It rolled past the chicks in the courtyard. They tried to peck at it, but the runaway rice cake was too fast and it cried, "Ai yo, away chicks go." It skidded by a pig. He tried to bite it, but the runaway rice cake was too fast. It cried, "Ai yo, pig's too slow." Here he is running away from the pigs and the chickens. This reminds me of another story. It spun through the village market. A woman tried to grab it, but the runaway rice cake was too fast. It cried, "Ai yo, away, go." It tumbled over to the village docks, and a fisherman tried to trip it, but the runaway rice cake was too fast, and it cried, "Ai yo, water down below." The Changs chased the Nian Gao through the village, shouting all the way. It jumped past some lion dancers. They tried to step on it, but the runaway rice cake was too fast. It cried, "Ai yo, watch your toes." Ming tried to net the Nian Gao. Tsung tried to pin it with his chopsticks, but the runaway rice cake was too fast. It spun up a steep side street, crying, "Ai yo, up I go." He's pretty fast. Then, whoa! The Nian Gao collided with an old woman. Mama Chang quickly scooped the rice cake into her dish. Da held it down with his little hands. The Nian Gao cried, "Ai-yo, let me go!" Da said, "Chase you so to let you go? No, no, no." "Are you all right, grandmother?" asked Mama Chang. "Ai-yo, I think so," said the old woman. "What happened? Something bumped into me." "It was our Nian Gao," said Da. "It jumped out of the pan and rolled out of our house." "Ai-yo, is that so?" said the old woman. "Grandmother," asked Mama Chang, "is there anything we can do for you? You were very kind. I'm not hurt. It's just that I haven't had much to eat for a couple of days." "Then you should have some of our Nian Gao," Da offered. "But there's hardly enough for us," protested Sung. Ming scowled at Da and poked him with an elbow. Mama looked at Papa and he nodded. "Let us do as Da says. We will share the Nian Gao." On hearing this, the rice cake stopped trying to escape, and it said softly, "Grandmother needs me so. To her I will go." And then it slowly closed its eyes. The old woman trembled as Mama Chang put the dish in her lap. Da carefully let go of the rice cake. The woman took a tiny nibble. "Oh, this is wonderful. I haven't had Nian Gao this good since my childhood." She took a slightly bigger bite. "It's so soft and sweet." Then another even bigger bite. "The raisins are so plump." A huge mouthful. "The nuts are so crunchy." And another, "Thank you for sharing it with me." And before long, the old woman had gobbled up the whole cake. After the old woman finished, she stood up and handed the empty dish to Mama Chang. Realizing what she had done, she turned bright red and bowed her head. "I am so sorry. I ate all of your Nian Gao. It was so delicious I couldn't help myself. Thank you all." Ming groaned. Sung moaned. "You are very welcome," Papa Chang said as she disappeared into the night. "I hope she feels better now," said Da. "She may feel better, but what about me?" said Sung. "Now we have nothing to eat," cried Ming. "Let's go home," said Mama. "I'll cook some rice." But she knew perfectly well that the rice jar was nearly empty. "I am cold and hungry," said Ming. Mama took off her jacket and put it on Ming. "I am tired and hungry," said Sung. Papa carried Sung on his back. And when they were close to home, Da said, I smell something delicious." The woman from the vegetable market was waiting outside their house. "I heard what happened with your Nian Gao. With the bad crops last year, we don't have much either. Here are some baked buns." "Thank you." The Chows bowed to her. Other people began to arrive. "We all heard about what happened. Here are a few dumplings." "I brought a fish to share," said the fisherman. "And I brought some oranges," said another neighbor. Come in," invited Papa. Everyone filed into the Chang house and placed bowls and baskets on the table. Papa bowed to his neighbors. "Your generosity has touched our hearts. Please join us for the New Year's celebration." No, no," said the fisherman. "We brought this food for your family. Please enjoy it." Papa and Mama gestured to the boys. "You children should eat first," said Mama. Ming looked at his tired, starving brothers and then at the small bowls on the table. "Well, I'm not really that hungry. Sung and Da can have my share." Sung looked at skinny little Da and the generous neighbors. "I'm not that hungry either. Da can have my share." "Thank you, brother," said Da, "but I'm sure there's enough for—" And when he lifted the cover off the bowl, something incredible happened. The bowl grew larger and filled itself with dumplings. Before everyone's eyes, more bowls and baskets appeared on the table, all overflowing with food. The three boys began to snatch up lids. "Oh," yelled Ming, "Nian Gao!" "Oh," cried Sung, "Nian Gao and noodles!" "Oh," exclaimed Da, "Nian Gao and noodles and fish and chicken and vegetables and rice." Mama said, "I have never seen so much food. Please, everybody, eat." With whoops of joy, everyone dashed to the table. They ate and ate, and they ate until they thought they were going to explode like firecrackers. And then they ate a little bit more. And when Da was too full to take another bite, he turned to his mother. "Do you think the old woman could have been sent by?" Suddenly, they heard a bang, and then a whole series of bangs. "It's coming from the courtyard," cried Papa. Everyone ran to the door. Outside, the lion dancers leaped all about. Firecrackers crackled and banged. Cymbals crashed. Drums boomed. Never had the Changs heard such a racket. Never had they seen such a spectacle. The lion dancers brought a bundle to each of the three Chang boys, and on top of each bundle was a red bag embossed with a gold dragon. Untied each bundle was a new red silk outfit. It was the happiest New Year's Eve the Changs had ever celebrated. The end. And there is a note at the end of the book talking about celebrating Chinese New Year's, which I will read to you. A lunar calendar determines when the Chinese New Year will fall, much like Easter in the West. It usually comes in late January or in early February on the day of a new moon. This year in 2021, it falls on February 12th. 1 week before the New Year begins, the family gathers for a ceremony to honor their kitchen god. They smear sweet honey on the lips of the kitchen god's picture so that it will say only good things about the family. They then burn the picture so that the kitchen god can begin its journey to the Emperor of Heaven. Once there, it reports to the Emperor on the family's thoughts and deeds. The kitchen god is welcomed back with a feast and fireworks on New Year's Eve. The Chinese believe these acts bring good luck for the coming year. Chinese New Year's Eve is the most important holiday for a Chinese family. Traditionally, all the members of a family gather together for a New Year's Eve feast. It is important to serve certain dishes. Noodles are served because they stand for long life. A chicken is served whole. It stands for family unity and togetherness. A whole fish is served because the Chinese word for fish, sounds like the Chinese word for more than enough. Dumplings, rice, and vegetables are served as well, but the last and most important dish is the New Year's cake, or Nian Gao. Eating Nian Gao during the New Year's celebration brings safety and fortune to the entire family for the year. After the feast, the younger children bow down to their elders to show their respect. In return, they receive small red bags called hung bao that contain good luck money. Wealthy families set off firecrackers and hire lion dancers to perform in front of their house. These are people dressed in lion costumes. The dance and firecrackers scare away evil spirits and bring good fortune to the family. For New Year's Day, it is important for the children to wear new clothes to show that they are making a fresh start. It also confuses evil spirits that may be watching. The spirits won't recognize the children in their new clothes. Why not celebrate your New Year with a Nian Gao? And they've included 2 recipes for Nian Gao in the book, baked Nian Gao and steamed Nian Gao, which I would like to try to make one day. Thank you for joining me to read The Runaway Rice Cake, written by Ying Chang Compestine and pictures by Tungwai Chau, published by Simon and Schuster Books for Young Readers. My name is Michele, and I'm at the Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine, and I'll see you next time.